I've seen a lot of people saying that rare skins are kind of a thing of the past in Fortnite, but I think we're just getting to the beginning of finding out the overall story of how all of this works. I think there's a lot of moving parts here that people really aren't catching. More rare skins are getting created every single day, and people just don't think about it until like 9 months down the road. In today's video, I'll be going over a ton of skins that will never make a return to the item shop, and I'll also going to be talking about some new skins that I think are very, very likely to become rare / OG, and I have some very strong reasoning for that. I think these are going to be some skins that a lot of you guys watching this video probably have, so definitely stay tuned for that. Before we get into the list, before I show you this, I want you guys to make a prediction. Before you see this list, I want you to comment below a skin that has came out recently, like maybe in the last couple of months, that you think will become rare at some point. That's the thing that most people don't do, right? Like a lot of people know what rare skins are, like, oh, the Ghoul Trooper's rare, the Ghoul Trooper's rare, but they don't really try to like follow and analyze how skins become rare, and they don't really think about it when they're like first buying the skins. I could think about skins that I've bought in the past, example like the NBA skins that kind of became rare, the soccer skins, now the football skins, like all these skins that are coming rare, like there's certain patterns to it that you have to kind of break down and like dive deep, you know what I mean? But I want to see how many of you guys are like analysts. How many of you guys know something that's going to become rare? I'll come back to this video in a couple months and see if we got any good votes. Drop a like on this video right now. I mean like right now. You have to do it or else I'm gonna fight you if you don't drop a like on this video right now. It's gonna happen. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to click the subscribe button, and I'll love you long time. Seriously, it means a lot to me for all you guys that are subbed. Yo, really quickly before I mention this, I made a tweet yesterday and it got a lot of traction, basically saying I was just like, how much have you guys spent on V-Bucks? And as you can see, the tweet got tons of likes, tons of replies, and it's just something that's very interesting to me. So I want to see like what you guys like. How much money do you think you spend on V-Bucks? If you guys had to guess over all the seasons, I don't know like what season you started playing it or whatever. I think if I had to make my prediction, I'd probably spend around $5,000 honestly throughout all my accounts. At one time I was playing on both of my accounts at once. I was buying like all the new skins on both accounts. Like it really does add up. I think I've spent over $5,000 easy on Fortnite. I'm trying to see where you guys are at though. So I'm going to start this off with some skins that are never going to return to Fortnite, and then lead it to skins that came out recently with a strong chance to get extremely rare. And like I said, I have some like big backings for why that is. We'll get into that in a second. Now for the skins that are never returning, and this is going to be weird because it's like battle pass skins, and obviously you have like some different skins on this list. Like a lot of them have different reasoning, but some of them are a lot harder to kind of track, to kind of keep track of, and you know, explain why they're rare, explain why they're not coming back than others. First on the list, we're going to go with the Renegade Raider. Now the Renegade Raider's in a very weird situation because the Renegade Raider was kind of a part of a season battle pass. You had to reach, I think, level 15 in season 1 to actually purchase the Renegade Raider, which I hate this so much because I played Fortnite before season 1 was a thing. Like I played like in preseason, and then during season 1 I started playing World War II Call of Duty, so I didn't get the chance to do this. But yeah, the first two on the list is the Renegade Raider and the Aerial Assault Trooper. They both kind of follow under that kind of battle pass skin, kind of item shop skin, because basically you had to unlock a certain level in that season, and then you had the rights to buy it with V-Bucks. So it's like they kind of count as like kind of both in a way. Now, next up, we have what is considered to be the rarest skin of all of Fortnite, and it's also the first one that's going to be an item shop skin. I think a lot of you guys already know what I'm talking about. We're talking about the Recon Expert. Now, this skin was leaked a while ago to be coming back. It never came back. There's no reason why it's not come back. It's just not come back. Like this is what I'm saying. It's really hard to track and to try to understand what's going on with some of these rare skins in the item shop. Like, why has the Recon Expert not come back? It's not seasonal. It's nothing like that. It's just like rare item shop skin, and nobody really knows how to explain it. This is the one skin on this list that I don't really have an explanation for. That one, we're just gonna say it's not coming back because it's been like over a year and they still haven't released it, so I don't really see them bringing it back. The next one, we have an item shop skin, but there is a pattern here. We're talking about the Ghoul Trooper. Now, I don't know how many of you guys watching this have the Ghoul Trooper. If you do, I hate you in a way. As you guys know, over the last couple of holidays, we've kind of seen now this trend. All of the skins will come back from that holiday in the past, but then there's like one skin that like sneaks through and like remains rare. Now the question with the Ghoul Trooper is the Ghoul Trooper going to come back next Halloween, or is it going to stay and remain ultimately just rare? There's another skin on this list that obviously some of you guys could probably guess right now, but it's just really interesting how they're doing this, how they're selecting them. I guess we have to wait like a whole nother year to see if we do get the Ghoul Trooper back. As you guys probably know, I've made videos similar to this in the past, and these lists are ever changing. But I think in today's video, like, we finally have some like leading information to understand how things are working. Up next on the list, we have the Codename Elf. As you guys know, the Codename Elf is the one Christmas skin that did not get re-released throughout all the 14 days of Fortnite. Literally every other skin, Merry Marauder, Red-Nosed Raider, Ginger Gunner, literally every single one of them came back to the store. And obviously, I don't know if you're like me, but I bought every single one of them. So I don't know, maybe I have a problem, but I don't know. I just feel like after the Halloween event, you guys know, like, Ghoul Trooper got re-released along with Skull Ranger. Since then, we haven't really seen the skin. So obviously, there's probably a lot of people, like most of you guys that are listening to this right now, probably have the Ghoul Trooper in your locker. But I still think it's gonna be like a skin, like, dude, if it's not released in like a whole year, it's still considered like somewhat rare. Granted, it's so many people bought it, but it's still gonna be considered somewhat rare, I believe. Especially like the Skull Ranger, probably not as many people bought that. We'll see what happens there. I just think with some of these returning skins, like how many people really bought like the Yuletide Ranger? How many people really bought like the Red-Nosed Raider? You know what I mean? So I just collected them all because you never know what's gonna happen in the future. But the Codename Elf did make it through, and we got the female version of the Codename Elf. We'll be talking about that later in this video. We also got the male version of the Ghoul Trooper. I think there's a pattern here. Up next, we got a skin that is in this category that we're not sure what's going to go on with it. We're talking about the Sergeant Green Clover. Now, as I'm recording this, obviously the skin is hideous. I don't think any of us is like sitting here like, ooh, I hope that really comes to the store later. Like, I don't think really anybody, unless you're like an avid skin collector like me, you're going to go ahead and buy this skin. I'm going to buy it if it comes back, but it's going to be interesting to see, as this is the one remaining like super rare skin that we have from St. Patty's Day, I believe it was. So that's, I think, in like April or March. So in a couple of months, we're going to see if this skin comes back. This is one that is on the list that I think could return, but I really just don't know at this current moment. Now we're going to kind of segment into something a little bit different. This includes a ton of skins, but I'm not going to list them all. I'm just going to talk about the main two. We're talking about Battle Pass skins. I think everybody here could confidently know the Battle Pass skins aren't coming back. There's no return for these things. I'm talking about mainly the Black Knight and the Max Omega because they're both like the most rare ones. I honestly would go as far to say there's probably more people with the Black Knight than that have the Max Omega, just because getting level 80 in one season, and they actually capped it to just that season. I don't think many people get to level 80 in a season, because I know even as a YouTuber, even as a streamer, like, that's a grind. I've played a good amount of Fortnite this season, and I'm almost level 80. I played an absolute ton when the game first came out, like grinding for squad wins, getting max XP, and I could just tell you that it's not that easy, especially for a casual player to get level 80. Obviously, there was a lot more Fortnite players in season 4 than season 2, but I actually think the majority of Fortnite players started in season 3. I don't know, man. To the end of season 2, season 3, I think that's when a lot of people started. Obviously, we still have people starting every single day, but I really would argue the case that there's more Max Omegas than Black Knights. I don't know if anybody agrees or disagrees with that. On top of that, that includes, you know, all kinds of skins like the Elite Agent, the Sparkle Specialist. The list could go on and on and on. I'm not going to sit here and list all of them, but as you guys know, I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe someday we'll see Battle Pass skins come back, but I highly doubt that's ever going to occur. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they'll do it as like a money thing, you know? Like, if they put the Black Knight in the store, I know I would buy it. That was my favorite back bling before I got banned. I absolutely love Black Knight back bling, but I just don't see them ever bringing them back. I think that's one that I think everybody on this video can agree with. Now we're going to get to the point of the video of where we talk about skins that are going to become rare. Now, at the current recording of this video, we only have one test here for about 2.5 months, but I think it's kind of holding pretty strong. You guys know we talked about the previous holiday skins like the Ghoul Trooper, Codename Elf, the Red-Nosed Raider, and stuff like that. Well, we actually had the opposite gender return of these skins. So the Ghoul Trooper didn't come out, but the Brainiac came out. The Codename Elf didn't come out, but Tinseltoes came out. Red-Nosed Raider came out, but also so did the Red-Nosed Ranger. I think all three of these skins, all three of the skins I just named, the Brainiac, Tinseltoes, and Red-Nosed Ranger, they're all green skins, 800 V-Bucks. So far, the Brainiac, it's been about 2.5 months since it's been in the shop. I really think, like, probably not if you bought, a lot of you bought the Tinseltoes. I'm actually curious, out of these three skins, Brainiac, Tinseltoes, Red-Nosed Ranger, how many do you guys have? I think a lot of you guys, the answer is going to be 0 out of 3. A lot of people don't buy 800 V-Bucks skins, but I've been saying this on live streams, I've said this on videos. The 800 V-Bucks skins are the ones that are most likely to go very rare. Now, my early prediction, this is very early, is that maybe Halloween time, right? Like, think about it. The Ghoul Trooper didn't come back. It added so much hype. If they bring the Ghoul Trooper back this Halloween and don't bring the Brainiac back, that's going to create more hype for the Brainiac, right? At the moment, there's not that much hype for the Brainiac, but I think as, you know, day goes by, and week goes by, months go by, it's going to get more rare. It's going to get some more hype about it. I just think these skins are going to become rare. Like I said, the Skull Trooper, since it came out, the Skull Ranger, since it came out, hasn't really been coming back to the item shop. So I think that just proves that point even more, the fact that we've been kind of setting on these skins for a while. And then I have one more skin that's just a regular old item shop skin, and I think it could be the Recon Expert version 2. I don't know what you guys think about it. It's a very unique skin. I'm talking about about the Bullseye. It's an 800 V-Bucks skin. Probably my favorite skin I have in my locker. I wear the skin quite often. If you guys watched towards the end of last season, I was maining that skin. But I just think this skin has a chance to be very rare. Like I said, it's always the 800 V-Bucks skins, the very simple ones that become the ones that are very, very rare. The reason why I say it could be the Recon Expert V2 is because Recon Expert's very like unique. It's very different than other skins, and so is this Bullseye skin. Like it just looks significantly different than every other skin. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, that's like a little list of all the different segments of skins and all the different things that I could think of in Fortnite. I don't think any of these skins are going to be returning for a very long time. I think there's quite a few on this list that are never going to be returning. Honestly, if you have any of the skins that I talked about in today's video, congratulations. Chances are you got a pretty rare account. Like I said, let me know how much you guys have spent on Fortnite. I'm actually curious, like how much money and maybe even how many skins you've bought on this game. I've bought a ton. If you guys did make it to the end of the video, man, make sure you guys have dropped a like on it. Make sure you're subscribed, and honestly, turn the notifications on. Obviously, if you made it to this point in the video and you're gonna comment eggs below right now so I know who you are. Obviously, you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching this. I really do hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, morning, evening. I don't know when you're watching this, dude. YouTube's weird. Thank you guys all for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here, guys.